good, not yet, but he stay hood. Nerdy is. I've been laying off the squares, can't you tell? Feel like I need a chip, but finally not biting my nails. I'm in the air like Nimbus. Hercules, Mount Olympus. Hades plotting on me since I was a baby. He a big. Now what's my favorite word? M-O-N-E-Y. Till I. And if you tree, I press the rewind. Then press the hit stick. You hit the sideline. Bobby Boucher to the. Water is better. 2 braids, gold chain, a Nautica sweater. I'm looking like Uncle Mike. Computer balling aqua type, and you. As soon as I get off the flight. Okay, for real, I need the chillin'. Back to back like Drizzy Mill with Molly Cyrus dissing rap and twerking like Hank Hill. And then I'm supposed to act like I could take it as a joke. Be hearing slot from them nervous white folks. Don't trip, I like those.
With 2 Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And Indiana starts out with the ball. Nesmith on the wing. Pass to Zubats. They double team Halliburton. 6 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. They grab their own miss. Here's the steal. And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for the Suns. Here's Marley. The 3. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Here's Halliburton. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy. 2 elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
Now here's Nesmith. George feels it out a bit. Nembhard for 3. Rebounded by Marion. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Marley. Puts up a 3. They get it back. Outside for Booker. Fires in the triple.
Boy, the delivery from Booker, so clean. That jump shooting is pure.
To the paint. Here's George. The layup misses.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
And for head coach Rick Carlisle, this is the 3rd stint with the Indiana Pacers.
He begins as an assistant coach with them back in 1997, leaves the organization, but returns as the head coach in 2003, leaves after 2007, and then back in 2021, and now, of course, the winningest coach in franchise history. Yeah, that's Zubac just carving out space with that big frame.
Pass to Brooks. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. Marley. Offline with a 3.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
For 3, George. And it's Phoenix for the rebound. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. Pass to Nesmith. Zubac, screen. Cuts off the pass. A minute 37 left in the first quarter. Back to Booker. Pass to Marley. Here's Stoudemire. Shoots over Zubac. The shot by Stoudemire, no good.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter here. Kicks it to George. And he hits it to tie the game.
The countless hours Paul George has put into that three-point shooting, a huge part of his development.
Down low. Here's Marion. Now here's Booker. Shoots over Halliburton. Booker can't get it to go. Kicks it to George. Ball stolen. And the call will be against Andrew Nembhard. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Pacers on D. Outside Booker. Pass to Marley. Here's Stoudemire. Clock at 6. Shoots over Zubats.
Been a tough stretch for this guy right now. Looking a little out of sorts.
And George with the jam.
You see an opportunity if you're Paul George, say the athleticism is still a part of who I am.
Here's Marion. Well, good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Indiana ahead. They're up by 2. And back in a moment as well. Man, this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, let me get your thoughts on the Pacers and how they're playing so far.
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Here's Hardaway. Good on the bucket. Indiana on offense. McConnell outside. Some solid defense from Williams. Here's Fleming. Outside Hardaway. Over McConnell. No good. In and out off the rim. Oh, got a piece of it. Back to Hardaway. Tipped. They get it back. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
That mid-range J right in his wheelhouse. Nicely done.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Pacers have shown that they can be a threat in the East. Coach Rick Carlisle said, there's nothing wrong with high expectations. What you don't want is a situation of apathy, where expectations are low and all you're ever doing is selling hope. That's not why I came here. Back to you.
They are for real. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Well, Doris, one thing we know about Ben Sheppard, when he checks into the game, he's headed directly into the action.
If you're coming off the bench, and Ben has done that for much of his career, you have got to be willing to mix it up right away. If an open shot is there, take it. If you can get on the offensive glass, do it. That is exactly what Ben Sheppard gives you.
Outside, Williams. 5 to shoot. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Williams has got his first 2 points.
Well, this is a move and an example of why Williams is such a high percentage shooter.
Pass to Walker. And the jam by Walker.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Fleming. It's a nice ball movement by Phoenix. Marley buries it from 3. And the Suns lead by 1. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
Well, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
Substitution on the court.
And the Suns with possession. They've got the Lakers ahead of them in their next game in Los Angeles. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Pass to Booker. There's the 3. Indiana with a rebound.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
Here's George. And George with the jam.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Now the Pacers on the move. And George with the jam.
Man, after all the injury setbacks, you see the elevation Paul George has. That is impressive.
And 1:01 left in the first half. Here's Stoudemire. Up, pulls it in.
Boy, he just doesn't have it here tonight, and it's had a ripple effect on this team.
Halliburton looking for an opening. Pass to George. And George with the jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Outside Hardaway. Here's Stoudemire. And again, unable to change momentum here. Pacers leading by 6. Inside. No good with a layup. To the inside. Here's Marion. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Marion's gotten his second bucket. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Indiana ahead. Up 4. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Suns trailed by 4. Booker with it. Pass to Marley. Nice D from Nembhard.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Back to Halliburton. George sets a screen. It's George on the wing. 3-pointer. And that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest.
You've allowed Paul George to lock in and get his rhythm. Now you better start to stop him.
And early on, growing up in Cameroon, Pascal Siakam originally trained to be a priest nurse.
It's an incredible story, PA, because his father sent him away to pursue that vocation, but in fact, Pascal was miserable. And it wasn't until he attended a basketball camp that he found love of the game, and the rest, as they say, is history.
They set the pick to the middle. Pass to Stoudemire. Fires from deep. Indiana with a rebound.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
Nice shot by George.
Oh, he's hot coming out of the break. 3 up, 3 down.
Suns trailed by 12. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
Zubac, screen. 3-pointer. Rebound by Stoudemire.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
Pass to Marley. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Booker. And that time also a missed shot.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
And And the jam by George.
This is a case where it's just the pure strength of Paul George, able to fight through contact so well on these shots.
Indiana shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Pascal Siakam's veteran presence is hugely valuable to this Pacers team. Coach Rick Carlisle said, quote, his experience is really important to us. He doesn't get rattled, his personality stays consistent, but things get frantic in games. He is a calming influence on our young players. Guys, back over to you.
The cagey veteran. Allie, thank you. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Now, Halliburton just understands how to play in pick and roll. Pretty pass there.
Booker for three. Devin Booker for three.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Halliburton, no good.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
Outside Booker. To the inside. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. To the paint. Here's Zubac. The layup off target. Suns trail by 7. Pass to Brooks. Outside Booker. Down low. And he lobs it up.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Right side, Nesmith. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Indiana again missing. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Here's Booker. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Now just a 3-point Indiana lead.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Paul George, he's feeling it tonight.
31.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Now McConnell. Inside. Here's Walker. O'Neal pulls it in. Suns trail by 3. Screen by O'Neal. Here's Hardaway. Driving inside. And he converts the layup.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And so McConnell will bring it up to the Indiana Pacers. They've led by as many as 14. To the paint. Toppin. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
Obi Toppin is a showman. Put him near the cup and watch what happens.
To the inside. The kick out to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. To the middle. Down low. Pass to Huff. Back to Toppin. McConnell left side. Clock at 4. To the paint. Toppin's shot is off. The Suns trailing. Outside Hardaway. No good with the elbow jumper.
I'd go back to that shot again. That's a great look from the mid-range.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Huff. Can't get it. And here's Hardaway. to take the lead. And he nails it. Boy, it's been a grinder, a back and forth all night.
Oh, 7 times the lead has changed. Neither team giving an inch.
And you have to be more careful with the basketball. These are possessions that you don't get back.
Phoenix foul. Penny Hardaway. First personal foul. First team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
What you love about Andrew Nembhard is you can play him at either guard position. You know that defensively he is going to guard every single night. And maybe the best thing, guys, he is not afraid of big spots.
Indiana foul. He hit for Zubac. First personal foul. First team foul.
No good on the free throw.
Shooting for Phoenix, Amari Stoudemire. At the line for 2.
He hits the second from the line.
He does enough to give them the lead. Every point critical here with the game in the balance.
Nembhard fires. Yes, sir, with the 3.
Andrew Nembhard is nothing if not poised. My goodness, what a big-time bucket.
Booker. Oh, he missed the jumper. And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. They've led by as many as 14. Here's George. Shoots a 3. That misses. And the Suns pushing it up now. George is there for the rebound. Now some bucks. Off on the layup. And the Suns pushing it up now. Plenty of space. Down it goes.
And this is something Brooks must continue focusing on. When he sets up guys, team chemistry improves.
Halliburton left side. Outside George. Now some bucks. Ooh, he leaves no question.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Brooks. It's good. What a day.
And this team is counting on Brooks in big-time moments. And guess what? Dillon delivers.
George in the post. And he powers it down. One-handed.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
Outside Booker. And Booker gets double-teamed. And Jordan Ott decides to call timeout. There is a lot on the line. And he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. What's the best strategy for him?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Phoenix's coach address his team. The coach wasn't very animated in this tight game, but asked this of his team: how bad do you want it? Right now, this is all about who wants it more. So go out there and take it, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Halliburton on the take. Ooh, using 2 hands to power it down.
Oh, that was nasty. A 2-hand mega slam.
And I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. And so it's the Pacers who come out on top here. This one was in the balance right until the final second.
Get enough to live twice, you a newcomer. I'm a certified stunner, talk nice. Certified stunner.